Hey, how's it going, guys? I just wanted to pop in here real quick and give a major thank you shout out to Crackin Wax. Recently had the annual Ginter case break for charity and supports big brothers and big sisters, and I took part in that. Yes, I am actually holding my own case break. Go over to tribecards.net and you can sign up for that. It's $30 per spot. Anything you donate above $30 will be given to the charity. I'm helping Crackin Wax raise money for big brothers, big sisters. But I ended up with a stack of cards. These happen to be all of the common cards that were part of the break. I had the Indians, of course. And so I thought it'd be kind of fun to show you my takeaways, my hits from the case break. So I'm going to start with, this is a Clevenger AG back. Then I had a Bauer mini black border, which that was a mini, in case you didn't know. Then we have a Tommy mini black border. That is freaking awesome. And then I have a Jason Kipnis mini AG back. And the last special mini, for lack of a better word, is a Kipnis black border. So there we go. So several black borders and several AG backs. Very, very cool. And then, of course, every case has at least one hot box, and that is the glossy version of Allen Ginter. So just for comparison's sake, this is a glossy. And let me find a non-glossy. So here's a glossy over on this side. I'm trying to get that to be, it's glossy. It's glossy. It's hard to tell. And this is a non-glossy. So you can see there's no reflection here. This one, you're getting the reflection, right? So the glossy is from the hot box. And so I ended up with a Brantley hot box card. And sorry, I came ill prepared. A Lindor hot box, Alonso, and a Kluber hot box. So I ended up with a decent stack of hot box cards. That's very, very cool. And then I also have a couple of the Fantasy Gold Mine cards. We have Roberto Alomar, woohoo, and we've got Jim Thome. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Fantasy Gold Mine. And then I also managed to pull one of the Topps Home Run Challenge. So Encarnacion, hard for me to say, pulled that one. So that was awesome. Now, I did end up with an actual hit. And I've been tweeting about it. It was a huge topic of controversy, especially during the break. One of the things that I said from the get-go was, hey, if you pull an Indians rip card, rip that puppy right open. And sure enough, we ended up pulling an Indians rip card. But not only was it an Indians rip card, it was a double rip card. So Lindor on the one side and Thome on the other. And I have to say, I'm a huge Jim Thome fan. I love collecting Jim Thome cards. So when this card showed up and it had Jim Thome on it, I was like, oh, do I rip it? Do I not rip it? Now, Lindor's awesome, no doubt about it. But, as far as me collecting, I was like, okay, we can rip the Lindor side. But you know what? It's cardboard. It's dudes on cardboard, dudes' pictures on cardboard, really? So this one actually is number 8 out of 15. And I'll do the whole, can you see that? Sort of. Anyway, so I said go ahead and rip it. So inside are mini cards. So if you've never seen this before, this is a gimmick that Topps has where you can rip the card open and inside are spaces for mini cards. So a double rip means there are 2 of them. A regular rip means that there's one side that you rip and there's only one mini card inside. So inside you can find autographs, you can find metal cards, there's all kinds of different things. I didn't end up with anything other than they have what they call super short print. So these tend to be more rare than regular baseball cards. And so what I ended up pulling was a mini Clint Frazier card number 384. and I have no idea what the value, for lack of a better word, of that is. And then I also pulled number 361, Jackie Robinson. That's actually pretty cool. So I'll have to check these out, see if they're worth selling, if I'm just going to give them away. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But yes, I did go ahead and rip the cards. And actually, the rip was done pretty well. I mean, there's not, I guess you could have destroyed the card, but thankfully Chris didn't when he pulled it apart. So I still get to add this to my collection. Sure, they're ripped, but I'm all about freeing the cardboard as it is. So anyhow, there you go. Those are basically the hits that I got, the inserts, parallels, etc., from the Crackin Wax Allen Ginter 2018 charity case break. Woo! I'm saying all kinds of stuff. But thank you so much to Chris and LQ for hosting this every single year, raising tons of money for charity. And like I said, I'm holding my own case break. You can check that out at www.tribecards.net. At the top of the page, you can look for the Allen and Ginter case break tab. Go there, read over the information, and if you want to join in, $30 per spot. Anything that you donate above $30 goes to charity. So please help us raise money, because it's an awesome cause. It's a lot of fun. You end up with a stack of cardboard. So there you go. Anyhow, thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you next time here on Tribe Cards.